How you doing, guys, and welcome to another video. And in this video we're going to talk about my EOS-M car crash mount. Alright, so I know this contraption looks crazy, but I'm going to tell you the reason why I built this, and I'm going to tell you how I built it, and then we're going to break it down and then build it up again so you can see how the whole thing works, okay? Alright, so why did I build this? You know, I'm filming this movie right now, and you know, we're trying to do this movie the best we can with locations and scenery and all sorts of stuff like that. And we wanted to do some driving scenes where we can actually have a car mount, because we want different points of view. You know, we want it to look really good, this movie, so we just want to get some different angles and stuff like that. I was thinking about putting my P4K on the car, mounting it, but then I thought to myself, no way, because if that comes off, I'm finished. But then I thought the EOS-M could make the perfect crash cam. It's light, it's cheap, it's easily replaceable. It's still my favorite camera, so I didn't want to treat it like it's a piece of rubbish. So I went above and beyond and built this madness, what you can see in front of you right now. So what happened is I was on the internet looking around on YouTube and stuff like that and seeing about DIY crash cams, and I ordered a few bits, but I think I made about 3 or 4 Amazon orders, and then I cancelled them one after the other. Until I got to this aluminium car mount here. I was watching a video by a lady who mounted one, a camera to a Porsche, and she was driving it. I'll put the link in the description below. And the mount looked really good. It came out really well. The footage looked smooth and everything just looked great. There was only a couple of things which I didn't like about her mount. One, the actual mount which she used was cheap. It was like $10 or something, but hers was made of plastic. There was no way I was going to go for a plastic mount and mount onto the top of a car. So I bought an aluminium one, and the aluminium one was only $11.99. So it's not even that much more, and it's really hard, really sturdy, really hard. Secondly, everybody that I saw build it, they only put one bolt through the handle and then straight into the ball joint. Again, that's not good. I mean, it's not meant for any high-speed car crashes or anything like that. It's just a good mount to put your camera on and then drive around. But still, that wasn't good enough for me. So as well as getting an aluminium suction mount, I put 2 holes in the bottom here of the mount, 1 hole, 2 holes, and then I put an old tripod head at the top, and then I put the ball head joint. So this now is super sturdy, and also no one really used any dampening it either. So underneath here, you can see I've got a rubber little mat here from an old tripod that separates the mount from the suction here. So I've got like a bit of rubber here, and then underneath the ball head joint, I've got another rubber ring underneath there. So if you look at my footage now, you can see that the footage looks super smooth. Yes, I'm driving quite slow, you know, 5 to 10 miles an hour, but I've no doubt that this is going to work just as good in 30 miles an hour. And I will be doing some more tests, and that will come up on the next video. But at the moment, I'm absolutely, you know, just blown away by how good this is. And what you can see here is what I call my crash cage. Now, a guy called Paul Scott on the Facebook group, the EOS-M Facebook group, and if you're not a member of that group, you are seriously missing out. So he gave me an idea, and it wasn't that he gave me an idea, it was just a comment that he said. He said that, he goes, it's an amazing idea, but I don't know if I'd be brave enough to put my EOS-M on the top of a car. So that gave me the idea for this crash cam here. I'll tell you how I built this. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to disassemble all of this, and then we're going to put it all together, and then I'll show you, I'll talk about it as we go along, okay? Okay, so the bits we're going to need are obviously your EOS-M, and preferably in a cage, because I don't think without a cage this is not going to work. So as you know, I've got my M100 cage on here. I love this cage so much. Secondly, we're going to need a couple of these lugs here. Now, you can get 5 of these from Amazon for about £6. Really strong metal lugs, which have got a 1/4 20 screw, go into any 1/4 20, and you can put like straps on them, all that kind of stuff. Then we have the actual aluminium car mount, which came from Amazon as well. Now, this car mount, like I said, is aluminium. Go for an aluminium one. If you're going to do this, don't get a plastic one. Obviously, you're going to need a drill to drill the 2 holes. And then if you want to mount it as strong as I did with the 2 bolts, you're going to need an extra plate. So it can be any tripod plate, as long as it's got quite a few 1/4 20 holes in it, that's no problem. And then you need some sort of ball head joint so you can move it all around. And then thirdly, no, that's not third. What am I talking about, man? I can't even count. We need a tub. Now, you need a tub, a plastic tub, which is quite strong, quite flexible. Don't just get anything that will crack, because you need to cut this and you need to shape it towards your EOS-M. So how do we build this up? Let me show you now. So as I said before, mount, drill your 2 holes, put the screws in. And you're going to see a lot of this in the links below of the people who have built this before me. Get some rubber dampening, could be any piece of rubber, put 2 holes in it, thread your screws right through, get an extra mount, put that on top, and then your ball head joint, okay? Then we need to get our plastic crash cage, which I've made here. These white things which you can see all over it, these are just stickers from, you know, what you put underneath furniture when you're moving furniture around, so you don't let it scratch the floor. And then we've just got some white tape going around the back here, nothing special, it's all standard home stuff, free stuff which I found. You also need to make 2 holes in the sides, and these are going to be for your 1/4 mount screws to go in. And then you also need to make a hole in the bottom as well, which is for the mount, yeah? Okay, so cut off the back of your jar, that's all you need to do. Then we're going to put the EOS-M inside. Then we just take our lug screw, put it in, squeeze it towards the EOS-M. That's one side in. Now we're going to do the other side. So just bring the camera up, put the other one inside, screw that one in as well. And then you've got your EOS-M inside the cage. So now we can turn it on. Yeah. Let's take the lens cap off. We can hit the focus as well. So if I hit the shutter button and then get my focus view up, the zoom in view, then I can just turn my focus wheel from the top here and then get in focus. So once you've got that, the reason why I like this one as well, because it's got like a handy grip here. So it makes it easier to hold. Then once I've done that, this hole that I've cut out the bottom, this square, you just put that through. Let's go through the back first and then through the front. And then clip it onto your EOS-M and then screw up the tripod, and there you are, you've got your crash cam. How amazing is that? And as you've seen by the footage as well earlier, you can see that the footage, it's so smooth when you're driving, it's absolutely amazing. Yeah, and it sticks down so well. Now, you might want to get some bungee cords as well, because in this picture I'll show you, you can see I've got some bungee cords, and that is just wrapped around here, tied around, and then hooked onto the car. Just find somewhere to hook it on, so if it falls off, it's not going to go rolling off down the street. But now we've got the crash cage, everything is absolutely amazing. Now, as I said, Paul Scott gave me the idea for building this crash cage, but I didn't really think about how I was going to do it until I built this crazy thing. So in the film, we have a police car which is going to be coming in from the distance. And obviously we don't have the budget for a police car or anything like that. And my goal here is not to spend too much money. I don't want to spend lots of money here, there and everything. We want to keep production costs low. So what you see here was a money jar that I had, which I again just cut the end off, made a little hole, slice through the bottom, put my light in here, and then it clamps on to this. So I'll just remove this whole thing. So if I just remove the crash cam, and then I can put this on top like so. And now this becomes my police light. Now I know it looks a bit ghetto, but have a look what it looks like in the photo in this video. And this video is going to be used for the police car in our movie Notice. And everyone's really pleased with how it looks from a distance. You know, obviously you wouldn't want to get up close and do anything, but from a distance, it looks absolutely amazing. So I think that's it, guys. I mean, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope it made sense on how to build this. The price of it is everything is so cheap. Most of you should probably have a ball head joint already. Have a look around, see if you've got any spares for any clamps that you can use for the to put on the suction mount. Couple of bolts and a drill and a few bits of rubber, and then an old, you know, tub of something. This one was coconut oil. An old tub, and then just get your lugs and you're done. I mean, it's all pennies, £12. The lugs were £5 for £6 for 5, and then the rest of the stuff I just had in my house. So just go rooting through your drawers, see what you can find to build this crash cam, and yeah, and I'm sure you can build amazing things too. So in the next video, we're going to go for a longer drive, and we're going to see how it handles, you know, the open road on, you know, highways and stuff like that. But I've no doubt that this is going to handle amazing. So guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Links are in the description for the proper build on how you build this out. I'm not going to, you know, steal anyone's thunder. Go and show them some support and likes for their ideas. And then, yeah, just get creative, guys. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.